You got your grumpy face out? Hello, and welcome back to our cabin escape. Okay, so this morning our project is to take and cut back the driveway just a little bit. And then we'll eventually build a log wall like this all the way down the driveway. So you saw us start digging out for the driveway and then we kind of disappeared. So what we're doing is our retaining wall here that we built is leaking dirt. Every time it rains, the dirt kind of runs down in between the logs and then through, and then it piles right here. So we have a liner that we've ordered. It's here in the basement that we're going to actually take and place behind all of these logs to help block the water. We'll bring it straight down and then 90 it at the bottom so that it kind of has a place to catch the water. Then we'll find a low spot, put a drain in to drain the water out, any water that happens to accumulate out, and discharge it to the other side of the driveway. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So we're just digging out here and we're about done with this side. Well, hello, my babies. Excuse me, Miss Smart Thing.
Hey, knock it off.
My babies are trying to sneak out. Little brats. Anyway, so we've about got this side all removed. And this back side we're trying to figure out how to get to. So we've decided it's probably almost easiest to disassemble the wall, remove the dirt.
Just a handful of screws. There's 2 screws, one on each side for each log. So, a dozen screws, and lift them out and set them off to the side, dig it out, and we'll be able to sit those back in, and honestly probably start setting the liner right behind it as we do it.
Yeah.
To make it go a little bit better.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can see the wet spot in the dirt, and that's where all the moisture came through a couple nights ago when a thunderstorm rolled through. So yeah, all the dirt just kind of runs downhill into us. So yeah, that's why we're going to put the liner in.
Yeah, so we'd put the plywood behind it, thinking that'd keep the dirt out, but evidently it's not doing quite as good a job as we had hoped. So we want to eventually pour this as concrete right here. So I'd rather not have the mud flowing down over the top of my concrete eventually.
Definitely.
So
what are you doing?
We're going to work on doing that now. Okay, so you saw us cleaning out this side. We pulled off a couple of the top logs so it was easier to get to. And then you didn't see us do this back side at all, but we pulled off all but the bottom log last night after it was dark, so you couldn't see. And we cleaned out, everything is cleaned out back in behind there all the way down to the ground. And now we have a tarp that we bought online. It's an old vinyl billboard. So it's an old vinyl billboard that I bought online. And we're just going to use it to hold back all of the material. It kept seeping through every time it would rain. So we have cut that to a 5-foot length. The tarp was 14 foot by 48 foot. So yeah, we cut it into a 5-foot length for this section. We'll cut it as appropriate as we complete down the driveway. But so we've got that done. And it's down in place now. And then we have just started back in that corner. You can see we've got some gravel so that any water that does pool will have a good path out the bottom edge of the tarp. So the tarp is folded, and then we have the gravel laying on top of that fold. So it'll go all the way down and around the corner, down into here, and probably right here where we start going up the driveway. We will probably put a drain in from here across the driveway and over kind of to that spillway so that any water that pools behind the tarp has a pathway out. Okay, so both of the sides are basically done and backfilled, except for the very edge. So we cut off all the logs on this side so that they're nice and straight. And then you just watched us set this post here on the corner into some concrete. This will start us going down the driveway with this same kind of wood fence. It'll taper down until it ties in all the way down at the road eventually. So, and now we're going to dig the post 10 feet out for the other end and go from there. Okay, so we went on a little adventure and we went and got 6 logs. 5 of them are 10 feet long, the other one's shorter than that. We'll use it as a post. So we've got enough logs now that are long enough to do this section between these 2 posts. And then we have a post that will go the other side of what is going to be the stairs going up from the driveway. This will eventually tie into the stairs coming down from the deck up there. So this will kind of be the main access one day into the cabin. So we've got those all together. Might need to trim them a little bit, but I think we're ready to look at installing these. Alright, we've moved north to the edge of the last post that we put in. This section right here will be stairs. We have a stringer that we'll use to kind of mark out the sides and figure out level and where that's going to end and go from there. Okay, so it is screwed in and pretty square, all the way level, both top and bottom and side to side. So we've got it anchored in. We'll probably have to mess with this before we pour it, but should be pretty good. That should be the width of the stair going up. And like I said, once we're done with that, that should tie in as we come down from the deck up above. We'll tie it in, and this will be where you'll walk up to the main level. And this is why we don't let Dave measure. Dave measured the first time. It measures what, Dave?
57.5.
And he calls out 47.5. So we cut 3 2x6s at 47.5. They're 10 inches too short.
It'll be good firewood eventually. So, yeah.
It's all good. We'll cut some 2x4s and use 2x4s to reinforce for now. And
we'll make it work.
It'll be all right. So I don't know if you can see it, but up there in the top windows, we have a hummingbird that has flown in through the open windows through the open doors this afternoon, and he's trying to find his way out. So Dave is up on the scaffolding, and hopefully it'll go over towards him and he can try to catch it, shoo it out, something. Poor birdie, I feel bad.
Yeah, I'll try to catch it.
I think he's getting pretty tired.
Huh?
I think he's pretty tired at this point. Did you get him?
Yes.
This is the second one. We already got the first one out. So this is the second one. Dave's managed to catch him in a colander. He's got a piece of cardboard over the top. He'll bring him over to the ladder, and I will carry him down the ladder while Dave gets out of the rafters.
Alright, so here's Jess letting this second one go. He's right there. Kind of put him down by the water.
Here you go, little guy. Off you go.
Let him be. Let him be. So yeah, he's been in our loft for, I don't know, about 5 hours, 4 hours. So he's kind of tired right now.
Okay, so that is it for us for this week. After that adventure, I think we'll be looking at screen doors for the doors.
Something to cover the door so we can have them open and get the flow and
The airflow. It's been a long day.
Yes.
So they flew in about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
About 4:30. And it's 9:30 now. So yeah, they've been up in our loft
For about 5 hours.
for about 5 hours. So yeah, they were pretty exhausted.
And it's pretty warm up there. I mean, that is hot. Dave can attest to how warm it is.
Today our temperature hit about 90, so still record heat in this area. So yeah, it was toasty up there. I can only imagine what those poor little guys were going through.
Yeah. So hopefully they make it. They're out. They're safe.
We did leave some sugar water out there for them where we did let them go, so that is out there. Whether or not they use it or not, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But at least they did get saved from at least our loft.
At least they won't die in my loft, and I won't feel horrible.
Exactly.
So yeah, but that's it for us for this week. So
We're gonna go to bed, get up, and we're going home.
yeah, relax. We're gonna relax for a bit, and then we'll go to bed, get up, head home, and just call it done. We'll be back up next week.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and
We'll see you next time. Thanks. I should get you doing that. Just put it in the video. 'Cause
no, you can talk. I'll be like.